Alright guys, I got some bad news for you. We have been playing Led Zeppelin wrong. I'm here today to correct. I taught it wrong in an old video, and I'm here to fix it today. So we're going to talk about a Led Zeppelin riff that I see played wrong and taught wrong all the time. So we're going to talk about a whole lot of love today. Now I'm not talking about this little thing here where he holds on 5th fret and then open string. We all know that by now. That's been well documented. There's a few other things though that I still see played wrong from watching some live videos of Paige. He plays it this way every single time and I'm like, oh, that's how he must be playing it. And I've always had this little suspicion. So let's dive into it. Before we get into the lesson though, it's going to be a quick one. We are giving away this Firebird back here. I will link that down below if you haven't entered the Firebird giveaway yet. And also, this week I have a new course called The Art of the Riff, where we dive into all kinds of just riff and songwriting concepts, chord progressions, all that stuff. It's 50% off. If you want to check it out, support the channel, you dig what we're doing here, that is all linked down below as well. So let's get into the lesson. Okay, so this is how I see a lot of people play it and teach Whole Lotta Love. Notice that everything's a down, all downs. But what happened was, if you watch, it might get loud. There's this scene, it's such a cool scene where Paige just goes into Whole Lotta Love, and you see, Edge get a little closer, Jack put his guitar down, all this stuff, and it's just because, they're witnessing Jimmy Page play Whole Lotta Love, like, in the same room. In that though, if you watch his hand, I was like, oh look how he's playing that. And then I went back and I found an old video from 1970 of Page. I'm like, look, he's playing it the exact same way. So it wasn't that he's changed the way he's playing it. He's been playing like this the whole time. So Page plays the riff like this. So what am I doing here? So I'm playing all the same notes, but it's the way in his attack on the notes that is changing. So he does it like this. He picks down on the first one, so 7th fret on the low E string, and then he is always hitting this 5th fret and then the open D string together with an up pick, which has a different sound to it. Like, pick your strings down for a second, and then up. There's a little bit more snap. There's a different tonality to the up pick than a down. And if you watch Page, he hits those every single time on an up pick. So he's actually hitting the open string first, and I think that's how he can kind of like control what strings he's hitting, because he gets right underneath the string and then pulls up. And what he does is he continues to do this alternate picking style. There's actually an old Joe Walsh video where he's teaching, like, how to actually play Whole Lotta Love, and he's kind of focused on this point down here. But as soon as he goes to this part, he goes. So he's alternate picking all that stuff. You can watch lots of videos of him doing it. It's not that over-aggressive down that we like to put in it. That's not what he's doing. It's, which sounds different than that. It's kind of funny, like when you hear it, I'm like, oh, I feel like I hear that upstroke now. And the final thing I'll throw in here is not a riff that people play wrong, it's just one that everyone seems to leave out. At the very end of the song. He goes. Just that little like major third thing that he does there. So he goes. And then he slides all the way up to 12 on the A with the open low E string. And then you go down to 11, which is your major third. There you have it. That was it. Like I said, a short, simple, sweet, to the point lesson. But it's just something to try. Like I said, watch all those Page videos, man. He's always doing that. It's not that big, aggressive down pick. So, anyways, I'm gonna bounce on out of here, guys. If you would, check out the guitar course while it's here, 50% off. Enter the Firebird giveaway. Get your Telecasters out and play some Led Zeppelin. Why am I playing a Telecaster? Some people always question that. Like, you should be playing a Les Paul to play Jimmy Page stuff. A lot of his stuff was Telecaster in the studio. And I'm gonna end it bluesy.